a trust fund was left by my deceased grandfather and my deceased father and mother. So everybody has passed away. They inherited that trust fund. My mother left a will with no mention of this trust fund. The trust fund was my grandfather's. We got that. The house owned by my mother is valued at less than $100,000 in California, and my brother and I share equally with a no contest clause. Does the real estate get placed in the trust fund? So there's a lot of moving parts here. It sounds like grandfather set up a trust fund and had named your mother and maybe her husband, your father, as the beneficiaries of that trust fund. Okay. What is a trust fund? Well, we hear this a lot. You hear the words trust fund baby or hedge fund baby. Usually what happens is parents, they create a trust, they move money into that trust, and then they have a financial advisor or some kind of financial firm handling the money, and that is the trust fund. It is money that is held on your behalf, meant to grow. It's held in a trust, so there's terms, there's a trustee of who's in charge. That's one way of doing it. Another way is just going to a bank, creating a trust account, saying this money is to be held on behalf of my son and daughter, and this person is the trustee. Those are the two ways of kind of doing it. Mostly it's usually they created a trust. So if your mom and dad were the beneficiaries of this trust and now they're passed away, the question is, does the trust itself say what happens next to those funds, the assets that still remain in the trust fund? If it doesn't, it just leaves it to mom and dad, then that means it is part of their estate upon their passing. And if mom's will or dad's will doesn't make any mention of this, then that means that trust fund is going into probate. Remember 2 questions back, we talked about that court process called probate. It's not fun. So yeah, that trust fund, you got to figure out what the trust says and who's the next beneficiary after mom and dad. If there's nobody listed, then it goes to their estate, and you got to open up a probate in order to either pull the money out of that trust fund or to be named as the next beneficiary in line. Sometimes, and this is where you should probably have a lawyer review the trust, sometimes it says the beneficiaries are mom and dad by representation, or some legal term like that. That means to them and their heirs, right? So you might not have to go to court. You might be able to get this trust fund money. It all depends, but that has nothing to do with mom's will. Nothing at all. And it has nothing to do with mom's real estate. So if mom recently passed away and she has a house in California and she has a will, just like we said before, you got to take that will, go open up a probate in the county where mom passed away and give the will over to the judge. Have the judge say, yep, this is mom's will, authenticated, rubber stamped. Who's the executor? Appoint them. And based on what the will says is how the house will get passed on. So if you need help with that, you're welcome to reach out to me. If I'm not an attorney in your local area that can help with this, I've got hundreds of attorneys in California that I'm connected with, that I help teach estate planning to, that I am more than happy to connect you with. So please reach back out and let us know after you get this answer if you need further assistance from there. Okay, everybody. The sun is coming out, thank God. I'm waiting for my vaccine in a few months. Go Johnson & Johnson, give me that thing. Maybe a Moderna, who cares? Just give me something, right? I'm tired of waiting. I know all of us are, but enjoy the beautiful weather, get some sunshine, get out, and I will see you all next week. Have a wonderful day.